left to right across your screens and radios, but it's Clark who wins back the opening draw. Brant Harper has possession, joined on the back end by Richard Baron. And now here's Luka Radivojevic, near side for Nestrasil. Baron looks to keep it in and does. Battle for possession on the near side wall. Won by Baron for a moment. Goes down the wall for Clark. Met by David Klee. He works up the near side and finds Baron at the blue line. Fired. Held on to by Gontia. First
Early on, so he's in the game for sure.
Baron drops off for Kiss. Theo Kiss works up the far side at the red line. Ships in. Bayo, the first one on it. On the far side, taken by Nate Deladonna. Regained, though, from Jack Christ. Was out of the lineup the last 2 nights with an injury designation, but now gets it to the offensive zone. In the near side corner, Cooper Pearson working alongside Christ to win possession. Piepenberg and Clark for the Bucks. Here's Kurt Kirkin pinning Clark against the wall. Coming in, shading over to help out Connor Buick. Sends the puck down the ice. Just enough to get to the Lumberjacks blue line for Radivojevic to receive. Wrapped around hard to the far side, taken by Christ, met by his numbers. Stefanik to the near side, Lawrence. Nice move away from Piepenberg, has it in front, fires a shot, a nice save, throws out in front, in the crease. To the
Athletic and spry, light on his feet.
The officials, by the way, we never met before the game. Sean Cornock and Bruce Vita Jr., the referees. Breakaway, short breakaway for the Bucks. Shika makes the save.
Diev was, as there were a couple of hacks and whacks in front.
Stewart in the draw, wins it backwards across from Kernan. Here's Veo, the Islanders draft pick. Radivojevic off the back wall away from Seelinger. Reverses to the near side. Stewart, the intended receiver, though it goes the way of the player wearing 42, Blake Zielinski. Now here comes Teddy Spitznagel, near side, finds MVB in stride.
In fact, you are correct.
Here's Cooper Pearson, another big check from the Lumberjacks. The legs are buzzing. The blood is flowing. Third game of the weekend, doesn't matter. Kurt Kirkin takes it away. Fires a shot. Big rebound. Back out. Another shot blocked. Pearson pulled the trigger, but now Veo to Radivojevic. To the far side, Luka works down the wall. Still with it on his backhand. Now curls up the far side and finds his partner Veo. Xavier fires. Blocked in traffic. That was the tall defenseman Piepenberg. Now Chris fires wide. Piepenberg takes it near side and clears it the length of the ice. Enough mustard for icing? I think so. So, you know, you got the two guys on this broadcast, or the two guys that wrote about that tender signing on
years, but to see the arena, to see the development around it, heck, just downtown Muskegon in general.
Well, here's Klee, fires just wide of the cage. ESL might have gotten a piece of it. Vaslav Nestrasil has it. His pass in front, blocked by Harper Searless. It comes in the near side for Galanik. Fires. Searless, another block shot, now carries out of the zone, but Galanik, Johnny on the spot, picks it back up. Nestrasil continues it down the ice. Thorpe goes D-to-D with Dyer. He's met by David Klee, so free possession for Danny Clares. Finds Luka Radivojevic, dropped off for Clares. He'll get his feet moving. Fire pass for Galanik. Centered for Nestrasil. Takes a bump, but gets off for a change. Sagan, Les Carbeau, far side, Zielinski. Off the wall for Clark. To the neutral zone, it comes for Xavier Veo, one of those 5 NHL draft picks last summer for the Lumberjacks. Radivojevic, expected first-round draft pick this summer for the Lumberjacks. Watches David Deputy enter the offensive zone. Down for Lawrence. Tynan out in front. Looks for Stefanik, but Thorpe got his stick on the pass. David Deputy down to the corner. Met by Thorpe. Behind the net, Harper. Poked away by Deputy, finds Lawrence near side. Up towards Xavier Veo. Xavier walks the blue line to the middle of the ice. Fires a shot off the post. It comes back up for Deladonna. Out of the zone come the Bucks. No, David Deputy keeps it in. Now it escapes the zone. And against the wall by Jay Stefanik. 2-on-2 in the area just in front of the Bucks bench. It comes out for Radivojevic. Just over halfway through this first period. 8:53 to go in it. Here comes David Spitznagel. Chips to the offensive end. Here's Piepenberg. Met by MVB. Poke to the near side. Connor Buick, the first one on it. The Penn State commit. Carries in the neutral zone and drops off for Piepenberg, who's committed to Wisconsin. He'll play his college hockey in the Big Ten in his home state. Sends it to the offensive end. Stewart, the first one on it. Drops off for Veo, and now here's Radivojevic. Luka up the near side across the way, off the skate of Stefanik. back the other direction with Kernan. To the near side, Seelinger. Back across to Kernan, taken away by Tynan Lawrence. The offensive zone, Lawrence on his forehand down to the corner. Puts the brakes on away from Dyer. Now Stefanik. Met by Dyer, pinned against the wall by Kernan. The captain of the Buccaneers takes it to the near side and drops backwards for Thorpe. Dyer near side, looks out for Kernan. Taken away by Stefanik. Looks for the shot. Rebound loose. Deputy a chance. Turned aside by ESL.
How?
I'm not sure.
That's my question.
I'm not sure. Blowing a tire, Radivojevic kept it in. It's taken out by Zielinski, and now here come the numbers for the Buccaneers. Instead, they decide to change as Seelinger entered the offensive zone. Kernan and Stefanik behind the Jacks cage. Now it's Radivojevic. Across for Veo. David Deputy avoids the check from Kiss, who now takes the puck. Fires a nice save off the glove of Godziev. Near side corner. Kiss, no stick, and
No
one glove. Does a good job helping his team keep it in, though. He now goes back to the bench, while Veo reverses for Radivojevic. Near side, Baran keeps it in. Numbers in the offensive zone, 4-on-2. Turns into Tana with Thorpe and Dyer behind him. One by Klee. Here's Veo. To the near side, Radivojevic, more in the middle of the blue line. Luka. Near side wall for Stefanik. The two-play pass. Now he goes across for Veo. He fires. It goes off a body. Picked up by Lawrence behind the net. Tynan Lawrence for Veo. Up top, Radivojevic. The two crisscross. Luka keeps it. Near side, Veo. One-timer. Rebounds loose. Tapped on net. Seguin Lescarbeau.
This afternoon so far.
Face-off won by Des Moines. Jastrzębski fresh on the ice, sends it down. He's joined up front by Clark. Buick on the back end alongside Brent Harper. It's the same unit for Muskegon. Luka Radivojevic to the offensive zone. Now finds Chase Stefanik down low in the corner, and it goes across the way for Veo. Met hard by Clark. Veo. The two go down to the ice. It's kept in by Tynan Lawrence. Down low for Klee behind the net. Near side, Stefanik off the stick of Buick. Goes up top to Radivojevic. Down low side of the net. Lawrence tapped on. Klee looks for the rebound. It's forced below the goal line. That was a great tap by Lawrence, who now battles for it and leaves it for Stefanik. 45 seconds to go on the Mackenzie Price power play. Veo fires near side for Lawrence. Off the heel of his stick, he picks it up and curls up top. Tynan Lawrence drops off for Veo. Another shot, another save from Seguin Lescarbeau. Kept in for a moment by the Lumberjacks, but Jastrzębski sends it the length of the ice with 120 on the ice. We're ready to go for the second. It's time to stop talking about the past and talk about the here and now. The second period underway. Jacks won the draw. Now here's Radivojevic up for Nestrasil. He sends it deep. Seguin Lescarbeau leaves it behind his net. Harper taken away by Nestrasil far side, and now here's Jack Galanick. Up the far side wall. Radivojevic never reached him. Theo Kiss took it away. Clark back to Kiss, far side, near side. Deladonna back for Clark. A nice save. Puck's loose on his backside in the back of the net. Sure is it? Did it cross the line? No call yet. The official
It's under him.
says no. It appears in the crease, and let's see if we get a good look. This almost certainly is going to be a speedio review. Look at Shika Godziev here. Puck goes in the air behind him. Some help from his teammates. Then he sits down behind it. Thank you, Theo Kiss, for taking away the behind the net.
For Augustana, which is a newcomer to D1 in the last couple of years.
Have you seen that Midco arena that they built out there?
No, I have not.
They're in Sioux Falls, right by the Stampede. They built a brand new facility. It is A+. Easton Young, Lumberjacks alum, who was here last year playing for Augustana this season. Well, here come the Buccaneers. It's led by Blake Zielinski, future Providence Friar, but taken back by Jack Christ. Across the way, Cooper Pearson holds on his forehand and fires into the glove. Continues to the near side. Met in the corner by the player wearing 14. That's the defenseman Brant Harper. Taken back by Teddy Spitsnagel. A one-timer from Stewart. Sticked away. Now it comes up for Radivojevic. Cleared to the neutral zone. Veo shades over to help out. Harper back in his own zone to the near side. Regained by Van Blarikom. Taken away by Shaw. Regained by Stewart. And now on the near side, it's Teddy Spitsnagel. Cross-ice dump to the far side corner. MVB, hard check on the defenseman. That was Gus Thorpe. Thought he was going to knock down the Lumberjacks forward. Instead, MVB said, watch this. Yastrzemski, near side of the neutral zone, back to the defenseman wearing 14, Harper. Tampa, Florida native. Yastrzemski to the offensive zone, finds Kernan near side, drops off for Alstead far today, but it comes back with Des Moines. Carried in by Yastrzemski, cuts across to the far side, fired on to Gonziev, a blocker save. Picked up by Nestrasil, sent down the ice, and that will almost certainly be icing it is. Halfway through this contest.
Yeah, it's scary for me. Now we're starting to get players close to the first year I was in the USHL. They were born the year I was at the USHL. So, yep, we're coming down the pike. Another save from Gonziev, close range there.
Well, here comes Radivojevic up for David Deputy. To the offensive zone, dropped off. Luka, the one-timer, goes wide. Here's that man, Tynan Lawrence, down low for Deputy. It goes to Radivojevic in the corner. Up the wall, taken away. It's carried down the ice by the player wearing 51, Britton Alstead, but regained by the Jacks and sent back in. Barrett Dexheimer at Edina, Jack Christ at Chanhassen, and Tynan Lawrence at Shattuck St. Mary's. Pretty decent casts, if you ask me. Here's Klee, near side, Bayo fires, nice kick save by Sagan Lescarbeau. Here comes Grossklaus to the offensive zone. Pressured by Radivojevic, just drops off. Nice save on the other side of the ice by...
Sounded like it hit Gonziev in the mask to me. And we'll take a look at the replay.
Live replay. Caught Shika right square in the forehead. And David Klee is going to go to the box. 2-minute minor for a hook.
Really impressive, actually, for Bryzgalov to get that shot, that much leverage on it as he was being pulled down.
And I love that for that unit. Kurt Gherkin, he was a penalty kill specialist, and not that he only saw ice time on the PK. He's just so good at it. He's a gritty hockey player, getting rewarded with a chance on goal. Here's Yastrzemski behind the net to the near side. Poked down behind the net, finds Alstead. It comes back up to the blue line, but no one home to receive it. So the puck trickles back down the ice for Thorpe to receive. Gus Thorpe knocked down by Stefanik. Both got here on the bus. Here's Klee now, down low for Lawrence. Tynan Lawrence to the near side, works up the wall. Now here's Radivojevic. Luka, with plenty of time and space, centers for Veo, fakes a shot, drops off. Luka fires, looks for a redirection, but it goes off the back wall. Far side, kept in by Veo. Nice play, but regained and sent down the ice by Harper. 26 seconds to go on the Mackenzie Price power play. Lawrence in his own zone corrals the bouncing puck. Here he comes, showing off the Jets over the red line. Now the blue to the offensive zone. Lawrence curls up the wall and finds Radivojevic. Across for Veo. Xavier fires, blocked in front. Stefanik kicked it to his stick. It trickles to the corner. Up top, Veo, top of the circle. His long shot goes wide. Now here's Lawrence. Oh, he takes a check. Goes hard into the wall. But here's Stefanik from the slot. Fires just wide once more. Veo for Klee behind the net. Now Stefanik on the near side. Pinched off the wall by Buick. Lawrence cycles it down low. Finds David Klee. Back to Lawrence on the near side. Jack Kernan in the area. Lawrence fires. Almost handcuffed the netminder once more. Dyer and Klee tangled up with each other. The two captains separate. And now it comes back the other way with Xavier Veo.
It feels like a matter of time for the Jacks. They're all over it. They've had so many looks. Just missing on a couple of opportunities during that power play.
Radivojevic up to Pearson. Now Gherkin. Looks first one on it. Pressured by Pearson. Sanderson, a hard check. Laying the lumber on Connor Buick below the goal line. But here comes Clark to the offensive zone. Down behind the net. Theo Kiss to the far side. In the circle. Out for Clark. It comes back to the blue line, where Thorpe cycles it back down low. Clark on the far side. Andrew Clark out of St. Louis, Missouri. Uncommitted forward. Nope, rather committed to Dartmouth. Below him on the line chart, Harper Sealis, the uncommitted forward out of Blaine, Minnesota. Deladonna now. Nate Deladonna sends in. First one on it. Sealinger, far side corner, looks out in front. Swiped away by Sanderson, kept in by Baron. Fires, redirected. Somehow she of ESL. 2-0 Lumberjacks lead for Kurt. It's his second goal this season. Comes in a big moment. Third period. Make it a 2-goal game with a little bit of an insurance policy. Sent into the far side corner of the Lumberjack zone. Xavier Veilleux behind his net, joined on the back end by Radivojevic. Pearson up front with Christ. Now Grossklaus's shot. Nice save by Gadziev. He was moving left to right across his crease. The other forward for the Jacks right now on this shift, by the way, Drew Stewart. Dyer away from Stewart, taken back by Spitznagel. Dyer.
Now we're adding some new squads like St. Thomas, Augustana. We've seen Long Island as well. So it's just great to see college hockey expanding in that way.
We are at the forefront of what is going to be the greatest change in junior and college hockey in the history of the sport.
Yep. Obviously, didn't even talk about the news from this fall, right? With eligibility changes coming up. It's going to really benefit college hockey. I know that.
Here comes Jastrzebski to the offensive zone. Played out in front. Joining the rush was the defenseman Richard Baran. So the puck gets to the blue line, and it's easily down the ice. Here comes Kurt Gerken, the latest goal scorer for the Jacks, behind the net to the far side. Another wraparound attempt. This time, the legs were closed from ESL.
He was going for the backhand wrap this time. A little extra difficulty.
Great poke by Veilleux on Brizgalov. Sends the Jacks the other direction. Pearson to Christ near side. Jack Christ knocked down to his backside, and it's carried up by Conlon. Good check from Stewart, but on the far side, Grossklaus fires. Stick save by Gadziev. Puck number 6, Piepenberg. Now it's Clark with it. Behind his net, no one home, so Buick has to go over. He's met by David Klee, who takes it away. Klee across the way, fired on by Deputy. Great save made by ESL, and now here comes Des Moines. Clark, ESL, despite trailing in this game, has made 32 saves on 34 shots, and it's not like he's made 32 routine saves, Matt.
No, another one where he is sprawled out, and I think that might have actually been a pass from Deputy that ESL stopped. So it might get credited as a shot.
Oh, big hit by David Klee on Conlon. Sorry to interrupt you. The train was coming through again.
That's at least 3 big ones for him in that very same spot right in front of the penalty boxes.
You know who's got the best view of it? That's Lee Andrews, the public address announcer.
Got to do that job last year, and that was a lot of fun. I love being
down. He goes. Nice move. Drops off for Stefanik. Down to the corner they go. Out for Lawrence, but regained by the player wearing 22. That's Nathan Deladonna, Syracuse, New York native, committed to Penn State. Nate, I believe, played at Bishop Kearney Selects as well.
Yep.
Oh, I think you said that. Did you say that?
I did, yes.
He was there when his brother Andrew was in the Generals organization in the NA when I started my post-college broadcasting career with them. Here's Seelinger. Met by Klee. Pushed ahead for Nestor Silva. Regained by Baran. Offside. Seelinger never got back.
I didn't know you were a director, too.
Oh, today that would be Dennis.
Okay.
That would be Dennis. Usually Tanya. They all do a great job.
Oh, you're part-time, I guess.
Yeah. Here's Veilleux up top for Radivojevic. Across for Xavier. Xavier to the near side for Lawrence. It comes up to the near side with him. Lawrence curls, fires high and wide. Gets the rebound back now on the far side. Down low, Thorpe. Met by Klee. Now Stefanik battles for it. Klee behind the net. To the near side. Up the wall for Luka Radivojevic. Has an assist today. Leaves off for Stefanik. Gets it back. Top of the blue line. D to D with Veilleux. Xavier fakes a shot. Now he fires. Great block by Klee. Leads in for the draw. Oh, yeah.
All right.
Works with the Fox Motors organization. Down low, Klee redirected. Lawrence near side. Great play by Kernan. Keeps it away. Buck 7 to go on the power play. 2:04 to go in the game. Radivojevic. Top the far side circle. Finds Veilleux. And it's upstairs to talk with the #1 star. So you're going to lead our post-game show.
Awesome.
And then
I'm ready.
Just send it down to me when you see me standing at center ice with our #1 star. Lumberjacks with 45 seconds to go. Hold on to a 3-0 lead. Piepenberg up the near side. Finds Searles. Goes down the ice with Veilleux in his own zone behind his net. To the far side, Sanderson. Back to Radivojevic near side. Luka to the far side corner. Sanderson. Reverse check on Buick. Knocks him down to the ice. The two still tangled up together. And here comes the play the other way with Deladonna. Xavier Veilleux behind the net to the near side. Luka up to MVB. And now here it comes with the captain, Owen up to Brizgalov. Poked away by Veo. They stay on side, but that's going to do it. The Lumberjacks pick up the 3-0 win. Don't go anywhere. Matt